In this video, we will be going over GNSS Setup and setting up a SPS985 to connect to a SPS855 base station. Tap the gear icon in the upper right hand corner of the map screen to open the settings screen. Tap on the Setup button on the right hand side of the settings screen to open the Setup screen. Tap on the GNSS Setup button on the right hand side of the Setup screen to open the Configure GNSS screen. If this is the first time opening the Configure GNSS screen and you have not paired any receivers with this device, you will only see internal GNSS and scan under paired receivers. We are going to tap on scan to scan for external receivers. You will notice that we receive a pop-up informing us that Bluetooth is not enabled on our device. Tap OK on the pop-up. We are using an Android tablet, so we are going to use our pull down to enable our Bluetooth. Your device may have a different way to enable the Bluetooth. Refer to your device's documentation for more information. Tap on Bluetooth to enable it. You will notice that ours started scanning for devices. We are going to cancel this scan for now. Tap on Scan in the Configure GNSS screen to scan for external receivers. This scan may take some time to complete. Once completed, you can see it has picked up both our 855 base and 985 rover. If the scan did not pick up your receiver, ensure that your receiver is powered on and then go to your Bluetooth settings. We are going to open the pull down and tap on the gear icon to open the device settings. Then we tapped on Bluetooth to open the Bluetooth settings. You will notice that it has started scanning for available devices and our receiver is listed. So we just tapped on our receiver to start the pairing process. You may notice a Bluetooth pairing request pop up and you may be required to enter a PIN. If you have set up a PIN, enter it now. If you have not, try the two defaults, which are 0000 or 1234. We are entering 0000, which is the default for this receiver, and then tap OK. You will now notice that our receiver is listed under paired devices. Back out of this screen to return to the Configure GNSS screen and tap Scan to scan for devices. Our device was already listed, so we are just going to tap on it to select it. You will notice a correction method column in the center of the screen. Depending on what receiver you select, your options under this column may be different. As you can see with our SPS985 receiver, we can select radio in receiver, IBSS, Internet, Centerpoint RTX, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth radio, or WAS IGNOS MSAT. For this example, we are connecting to a SPS855 900 MHz base. So we are going to select radio in receiver. Tap on radio in receiver to select it. You will notice a third column appear asking for your network ID. Our base is set up on network 25, so we will tap on 25 to select it. It will now try scanning for bases. This process could take some time. Once the base is detected, you will see its name in the Connected to Base heading. Tap on the base's name to select it. In this example, our base's name is home_base. You will notice antenna setup appear. We will quickly run through antenna setup, but we'll cover it more in depth in future videos. Tap on the button under antenna setup to open the antenna settings screen. In the antenna screen, you will see three modes on the left-hand side. We are currently in the standing mode. On the right-hand side, you will see that we have the option to set our antenna height. We are using a 2-meter grade rod, which converts to 6.56 feet. So we are going to leave the default value in there. If you are using a different height rod, you would just enter the value in the box. Tap on the Change to Walking mode. You will now notice we are currently in the walking mode. And on the right hand side we have the options to set a different antenna height and a interval. We will go over this in more detail in a future video. Tap on Change to Vehicle mode. You will now notice we are currently in vehicle mode, and on the right hand side have the options to set a different antenna height and interval. We will go over this in more detail in a future video. Tap on Change to Standing Mode to change it back to standing mode. Then tap on Accept at the bottom of the screen. You have now finished setting all the settings. Tap on Accept at the bottom of the Configure GNSS screen. You will notice a pop-up telling you that the GNSS setup is complete. Tap on OK in the pop-up. You will then be taken back to the Setup screen. Tap on Accept at the bottom of this screen. You are now taken back to the Settings screen and will now notice two new items on the left-hand side, which are GNSS Precisions and GNSS Tolerances. You'll notice that the precisions are higher than our tolerances, but they are coming down. Tap on Accept to go to the Map screen. You'll notice that our data is no longer shown. This is because we are currently not at the Trimble building. This will be the same for anyone following along that isn't at our building in Colorado. The next thing you will notice is the red circles and the red cut fill area. This is because we are currently out of tolerances. Tap on the gear icon to open the settings screen. We are going to change the tolerances higher than the current precision readings. So I enter 1 for horizontal and 2 for vertical. Tap on the Accept button at the bottom of the screen. You will now notice that we are within tolerances and all the red is gone. But those tolerances that I entered are way too large for me. If you are running the internal receiver, you may want to set them even higher because of the capabilities of the receiver and correction source. We are using RTK in this example, so I am going to go back in and set them a lot tighter. Tap on the gear icon to open the settings screen. I am going to enter 0.2 for the horizontal and 0.2 for the vertical. You'll notice that my GNSS precisions are still higher, but are getting closer. Tap Accept at the bottom of the screen. You will see the red is back, but we are going to wait for our precisions to drop below our tolerances. You will know you're within tolerances once the red is gone. Tap on the gear icon to go back into the settings screen. You can now see that the GNSS precisions are below the GNSS tolerances that I am comfortable with. Tap on Accept at the bottom of the screen. We have now completed the GNSS setup. For more training, please visit learn.trimble.com and set up your free account.